Yes, sir. 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 We are back. There you go. Armani TV. You alive now with your boy Capo, aka Mr. Well Connected. So when you see the Dub K, man, just know we got new merch coming soon for you guys. Well Connected. This is the exclusive 3.5 shirt. When you see the Well Connected, you will see the plug. All right. So this is the exclusive merch. We will have more Dub K shirts coming soon. If you want to know what the back looks like. Not sure if you can see it too well, but we got the scale on the back with the 3.5. All right. Y'all know what the 3.5 is about. But I actually got this shirt done. This was a shirt that I got done for my birthday. Shout out to my mans. I'll tag him in the description of this video, but my mans does the he has his own clothing line and he pretty much put together the shirt for me. With the hat, actually, I have a hat that matches this, but we rocking the North Face out today. All right, shout out to North Face. Would love to be sponsored, but y'all can check out my man's Trap Chef. That's the name of his brand, Trap Chef. All right, he'll put together. Actually, hold on. So y'all can see the actual hat that went with the shirt. All right, we got the gas hat, and I'm sure that you guys have seen this design. You know what I'm saying? The Green Bay Packers G with the Angels A and then the S from the Seattle Supersonic. So we got the gas hat with the matching well-connected shirt. All right. On the side of the hat, you got the 3.5 with the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Gas, of course, gas tank. Y'all putting it together what we did real. You know what I'm saying? Real slick right there. Real slick, real slick. But yeah, y'all will be able to check out my man's Fresh always. Actually, each week what I'm gonna try to start doing is promoting a new brand. All right, whether it be a small business or somebody who's got their thing going on right now, who's been doing their thing for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start promoting them out, but y'all will be able to look forward to the Well Connected merch coming soon. All right, let off a couple shots for that one. Well Connected merch coming soon, so you'll be able to get your hats with the Dub K with the plug. All right, coming soon, coming soon. I'm gonna link everything in the description. But today I did want to build on what we were talking about the other day, which is the Sable Credit Builder. Shout out to Sable. Anytime I find a new gem, I try to shout out to my man's Only Grams in the building. Let them shots off for my boy, you heard? Hold on, we hitting buttons over here. Hitting the wrong buttons. Let them shots off. Let them shots off once again for my man's E-Money Grams in the building, you heard? Clap it up for my guy. I'm glad you're in the building, bro. You said some old smooth, slick criminal. You already know the vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the merch. You know what I mean? The plug, the Dub K. If you know, you know. Matter of fact, I might put that as a hashtag on the shirts. You know what I'm saying? The little label on the inside of the shirts just might say IYKYK. If you know, you know. You heard? If you know, you know. All right. 3.5. We got the 3.5 on the shirts. You know what I'm saying? We got the scale on the back once again. In case y'all ain't see the back of the shirt, that's a whole scale on the back. You heard? Put the scale on the back of the shirt, man. Y'all know what it is. Anytime like these well-connected designs, you know what I'm saying? They definitely are built for the hustler in you. Shout out to my man's Only Grams once again. Send me your size, beloved. If I know, if I'm thinking how I'm thinking, we about the same size, so I already got you, man. You know what I mean? I'll send you one of every color, you heard? One of every color, one of every color. Make sure I don't hit this button again, because this is, hold on, I'm gonna let y'all hear what this sound like. It's a wild mix board right here, y'all. This is definitely some sort of Japanese mix board, you know what I'm saying? We even got this on here. Hold on. Give it up for Whitney Houston, y'all, in the building. Whitney Houston is in the back of the building. You heard? In case I need to bring her out, it'll definitely go down. Don't play with your boy. All right. So the Sable Credit Builder, I did want to expound upon the video that I put out the other day. We got the GOAT book, y'all. Shout out to the GOAT book. And put this on your calendars now. Tomorrow will be a new fragrance review. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fragrance Fridays tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in around, I would say about 4:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do a new fragrance review, and I'm pulling out a classic. I will give you guys a preview of what we will be talking about tomorrow. You can already see it behind me, like right there. Look right there, and then turn right there. You see that double G on that box? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talking about Gucci Guilty tomorrow. Shout out to my brother-in-law, my sister's husband. He came through. He said he had a extra one for me, brand new in the box. This is the 1.6. All right, so we got the 50 mil. Literally, I could slip this joint in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got the skinnies on, I could get this joint in my pocket. But if you know, you know. Gucci Guilty pour home. All right, so to give you guys a brief background on this, this is a 2011 release. Literally, you are looking at a fragrance that is 11 years old. Some of you guys don't even have kids that old. But the fragrance is fire. Fire, fire, fire. This is definitely a classic. We're going to break down the notes tomorrow. I got the GOAT book right here in my lap. It's already ready. I already did the notes. So tomorrow, this will be the presentation for Fragrance Friday. All right. So once again, shout out to Gucci Guilty. We're going to be talking about a classic. But yeah, I wanted to expound upon what we talked about a couple days ago. So we're going to get into the into Sable now. So I got something in the mail. All right. Sable Credit Builder. The card came in the mail, and we're going to break this down like this. So this is my first time actually going live off the YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Definitely moving up in the ranks. We're not using StreamYard no more. We straight on YouTube with this. All right. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to share my screen, but I wanted you guys to actually see and check out the actual the Sable Credit Builder website with me. All right, so give me a second here. Let's see, how do I do this? How do I do this? Matter of fact, let me do something too. Let me mod my man E up real quick. We're gonna make him a moderator real quick. So shout out to E Moneygrams once again for being in the building. If you're still in the chat, E, type something in now. Let me see if you got that wrench next to your name. Make sure we modded you up real nice. All right, so I'm not really sure how I could share the screen on this one. I'm not really sure. Let me see. Nope, that's with the chat. What is this? What feature is this that it says I don't have access to? I thought we passed that threshold, YouTube. All right, but either way, I'm gonna leave the camera up. Y'all can still see me. The Sable Credit Builder card. All right, so anytime that I do give you guys a gem in regards to credit, it is usually a credit builder. This is something that you can actually establish on your own. All right, so when, and even myself in building, I was gonna say when, but even when, but initially when I started building up my credit, getting established with major credit companies like Amex, and that's American Express for those who don't know. Amex, that's American Express. You know, you got different major credit card companies like the big boys. Usually it's pretty tough to get approved through them. All right. So essentially, what you want to do is you want to steer clear of them, because what happens is during the process of building up your credit, there's a lot of different factors that go into what your score will be and what affects your score. Applying for new credit does affect your score. So unless you're absolutely certain that your score is where it needs to be, and where it needs to be would be having the right score to get approved for a particular um, credit card, or whatever the case may be, or a particular line of credit. You want to be sure that your score is where it needs to be, so that you're not running into any unnecessary hard inquiries. And a hard inquiry is simply a inquiry on your report. So this is a creditor who's checked your credit report, and a lot of them, whether you're looking for a new apartment, whether you're looking for a new car in particular, you may hear a lot. Oh, it's just going to be a soft inquiry. Bullshit. It ain't no soft inquiries. All right. It's going to show up on your credit report. Whether or not it takes points away from your score, it does add up. All right. So you want to minimize the amount of hard inquiries. You want to minimize pretty much any information that's going to go on your credit report that may have a negative effect. And a negative effect would be causing your score to go down, utilizing too much credit. There's a lot of different factors. You know what I'm saying? So just having credit isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you'll learn by tuning in to Armani TV. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. All right. And today we're talking about Sable. All right. So you can go to, I'm on the website right now, sablecard.com. Again, the link will be in the description. I don't get anything from this. This is not a sponsored post. This is simply me sharing information as I do. If you know about this channel, this is what we do. If I could go live every day, in which I have constructed a live for every day, if I could, I would. There are times when, I get busy, life happens, you know what I'm saying? And if I could go live every day and give you guys a different gem, I would. And that is ultimately the goal. And going into the move that I'm going through now, in which, midsummer, I should be a lot more stabilized into the new place. Shout out to that. You guys will definitely get more consistent lives from me, more consistent content, more consistent information. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, I'm going to tell you the information that you receive here on Armani TV. If you know anything about me, I'm always striving to learn. I'm always striving to grow. I'm always striving to enhance. So it's like, walking up the street and running into a particular block, you know what I'm saying? And on that particular block, you just so happen to figure out that every single time that you walk past this block at a particular time, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning, you find 3 pennies on the floor. I'm going to put my mans on. It may only be 3 cents, but it's 3 cents more than what he had the day before. And so, you know what I'm saying? Information is like that. Once you get it, you should spread it. It's what's going to help us to, you know what I'm saying, defeat those odds. It's going to help us to um, rise up. You know what I'm saying? Just overall make everybody's situation different. So these are the gems that I'm dropping here on Armani TV. I find something that's helping me, I'm going to share it with you, and hopefully you share it with a friend that could use the information too. So yeah, Sable. Sable, the secured card. That's essentially what it is. And there's a lot of different credit builders like Sable. All right. We talked about Chime. If you haven't, definitely set up a Chime account. I've been with Chime since literally maybe 2009, 2010. I was with Chime before Chime had a debit card. All right. It's a long time. Literally, I was with Chime before Chime had a debit card. Then they started releasing the debit cards. And then years and years later, they introduced a credit builder. And what a credit builder simply allows you to do is it allows you to establish credit without going the traditional route of applying for a credit card, which we already discussed could have negative impacts on your actual credit history, depending on your score. So if your score is not up to par, you're going to get denied. It's pretty much a lose-lose situation. But with a credit builder like Sable, you can say, okay, I have $50 that I can part with right now. All right. I can part with $50. I'm going to put it onto this Sable card. and the transactions that you do on that Sable card actually get reported. So this is what I was talking about going into July. We want to be debit card less. All right. Debit card less. Debit card less. A debit card does nothing for you but debit your account. What is a debit? It's simply taken out. All right. A credit is something that's going to put monies in. So going into July, you want to minimize your debit cards. Just get rid of them all. All right. Because a credit builder is going to do the same exact thing, except that when it debits your account, that actual purchase gets reported to the credit bureaus. And that's what we want. You want to make it to where you're leveraging every single purchase. Leverage every single purchase. Leverage every single purchase. I don't care if you're going to get a pack of gum. Those 2 Lucy's that you like to get, e-money grams, swipe the credit builder card. You may as well get credit for it. Literally every single purchase, whatever you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So add those 2 Lucy's in, add your lunch in, add whatever your monthly phone bill is, add your monthly rent, your monthly utilities, whatever you would spend on yourself. Maybe you like to take your girl out to eat once a month, whatever that average bill is, whatever you're that on to a credit builder card opposed to using a regular debit card. Once again, whatever your average monthly expenses are, load them onto a credit builder card like Sable. All right. So the link, once again, will be in the description. Y'all will sit here with me and we're going to bust this joint right out the pack. So I'm going to let you guys know what it looks like, but you can go to sablecard.com. Once again, the link will be in the description. And this is the card. So the cool thing about Sable is they actually give you like Chime, they open you up a regular checking account. All right. So you have a routing number with an account number. So if you want your income to be direct deposited onto that card, no problem. What you want to do is move those funds to your new Sable credit builder card. And this is what it looks like. All right. So my account is already established. It says Sable 1. And I like the the route that they're going with all these new cards. All the information is pretty much on the back of the card. So all that you see is a nice, looking logo, company logo, and so on and so forth. But I like, where they're going to protect people's information, so on and so forth. Numbers can be copied, so they took all of that pertinent information off the front of the card and they put it onto the back, in which you guys won't get to see. None of y'all up in my account, you know what I'm saying, causing my score to go up or down. But yeah, the Sable Credit Builder account. All right, very, very simple to get started. Let's explore some of the different, you know what I'm saying. So you can build credit and get unsecured in as fast as 4 months. 4 months. A lot of these different accounts, y'all, they make you stay with them for 6 months to a year before they offer you an unsecured line of credit. And what unsecured means is now you don't have to use your own money. You don't have to use your own money. So when you set up a secured account, what does this mean? What is accounts like Chime, Sable? What are they all about? You're simply crediting yourself. So if it's $50 that you have to start with, that's your credit line. Opposed to like a traditional credit account with, let's say, for instance, American Express, $50 will more than likely never be your limit. That is like way too low for American Express. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 50,000. You know what I'm saying, or 5,000. But essentially, it'll never be as low as $50. And this is what makes credit builders so dope, because it allows you to start with what you have. And there's too many people that I've actually helped. Shout out to E-Moneygrams once again. This E-Moneygrams actually put me on to a coworker of his who still to this day, I just got a payment. Shout out to Gene Aguilera. Shout out to Gene Aguilera. Gene Aguilera has been somebody that has been paying me monthly to help them with their credit. And again, this is information that a company like, let's say, Lexington Law, where am I joined at? Hold on, I need this for Lexington Law. Where am I doing that? Nah, that's not it. That's not it. Here we go. So a company like Lexington Law, no offense, Lexington Law, y'all charging way too much to do the same thing that I could do for literally a third of the price, or simply teach people how to do on their own. That's my biggest thing. E-Moneygrams probably doesn't remember this, but going into the beginning when I was helping out, with one's credit, my biggest thing was the information that I'm actually showing you. I need you to be able to retain it so that you could do it on your own, because opposed to paying me monthly $45, which is what Gene is currently paying. And again, you compare that to what a company like Lexington Law charges you, and it's literally like beyond a fraction of the price to do the same exact thing, if not more. I'm probably doing more. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is what you'll learn here on Armani TV is to be able to fish for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could take you to the pond. I could fish. I could throw my good hook out there with my good bait and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And get you a bunch of fish. But if I teach you how to do it, then you could fish for yourself the next week, or possibly even fish for me if I ever needed it. I might need your help one day. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is to be able to teach others how to do it for themselves. This is why I give the information out that I give. Things like Sable, things like Chime. It doesn't take, I could sit here online for a whole hour and tell you how great these things are, but until you actually apply it and go out and see what these things are for yourself, and it's very, very simple. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I'm giving you guys, it's not going to be anything to where it's like, I'm never going to give you, well, let me not say never. Knock on that wood. But rarely am I going to give you a tip to where you have to be approved. You know what I'm saying? Because I know myself, when I was searching on YouTube for things that would build up my credit, and I know that there's so many of them out there, the problem is that too many of these people want to get paid for very basic information. Very basic information. Everybody wants to get paid for it. So you'll have a channel that'll get you all hyped up to then tell you, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, call me or send me an email. And then that email usually leads to you having to pay for something. And it's more than likely information that you can get for free on a channel like Armani TV. So stick around. All right. We're not going to give you guys any information that you couldn't utilize yourself, or any information that literally wouldn't be of any use to you. If you got to apply for it and literally get approved, I don't see that as an actual gem. A gem is something that I can open up a tab, or I can pull out my phone while he's giving me this information, download it, apply, and then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of things that you'll get here on the channel, and what we're building on a day-to-day basis. But again, the link will be in the description. Everybody go sign up if you're watching this video. I don't care if your credit is excellent right now. It could always get better. You know what I'm saying? Or you could always utilize a new trade line, which is only going to enhance your portfolio. Because again, there's a lot of different factors that go into creating a good credit score. It's not just about paying your bills on time. That's one. But diversifying, you know what I'm saying? You want to have a couple different credit accounts on your report. These are, like, let's say for instance, you found yourself, you've kind of reached a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you've hit a ceiling and your score is just not going up, or it's going up very, very small increments each month, little to nothing. If you find yourself in that situation, there's more than likely something that you're not utilizing that you could utilize right now, that on Armani TV, that will help your credit score to go up. It may be the utilization. Sure, you have a great credit card and you've had it for 7 years, with Capital One, Bank of America, whatever the case is, and you paid all of your bills on time for the last 7 months. But that's all that you have. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with your credit and why you're not seeing your score go up is because your portfolio isn't diversified enough. You need to have more trade lines. Oddly enough, while we're trying to make our score go up, at times, if we don't have the information, we'll find ourselves at a standstill, or like at a cap, a ceiling. Like I'm not seeing my score go up. So if you are paying a company or paying somebody like myself, and these things are happening, and you'll feel like it's bullshit. It's not going up. I'm not seeing any, you know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, you actually need to be doing a couple more things to enhance that score. It's way more that goes into it than just my man's put me on to this. I started it and I'm paying that on time. Once you have that one thing that your man's put you on and you've been paying it on time, you need to find 7 other more like that. And that's where things like Sable, Chime, and these other credit builders that I'm giving you come in. So it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. It's not anything that anybody needs to rake their mind about. When you leave this video, you will be approved. When you sign up, you go to Sable, you will be approved. It's not anything that you need to wonder about, or, you know, if I have a good score now. This is not a score based sort of credit builder. And no credit builder that I'm going to give you is going to be score based. It's going to be based on what you can actually afford to put down. So let's say, for instance, you have some of them who have a minimum deposit. A lot of these credit builders do have a minimum deposit, meaning there's a minimum of what you need to put down in order to establish yourselves with them. Like myself, I got approved yesterday for a Capital One secure card, a platinum one. All right, so we got approved for the platinum secured Capital One card, in which I'm going to open up, even though I have about 3 other secured cards. The whole idea is it's another account. It's another account which is going to enhance one's profile, because it's not just about having one account. Creditors actually like to see that you have a variety of accounts and that they've been established for a certain period of time and that you're paying all those things on time. So something as simple as, you know, what's crazy is that I could literally do a live for the rest of this week going into the weekend, like literally Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with just credit builders, and give you guys a different credit builder on each day. And that's ultimately the goal. The thing is being free and having enough time to do it. So structure and time, you know, coming up with a schedule, planning. These are all things that go into your day to day in regards to your credit as well. You know what I'm saying? You want to know what's about to be due. You know, if you got a due date coming soon, because credit is the ability to make payments on time, over time, on time payments, over time. So if you wanted to set out the next 6 months, I'm going to make all my payments on time and just see exactly what that does for my credit. A lot of these different credit builders offer what is called a simulator. And so you can simulate that before you even do it. Go through the actual app and see if they have a simulator, which basically allows you to simulate situations that haven't actually happened. You can say, if I made my payments on time for the next 6 months, what's a range that my credit score would be? And the app will actually show you that. That's just the greatest thing about algorithms and all that other dope shit. I write algorithms myself. If you know, you know, I am a programmer. I do build apps and websites, different things like that. So I understand algorithms on a variety of levels, in which we're going to talk about that and how it pertains to YouTube in a second. I just want to get off the credit builder, but being able to simulate your score. So, okay, this is where my score would be in 6 months if I paid everything on time. You can also simulate it in a negative way. If I don't pay my bills on time for the next 6 months, where would my score be? And it'll show you that as well. You know, so being able to simulate your score, and being able to see exactly where you would be by doing certain actions, these are things that are going to help to enhance your credit profile. So just planning, proper planning, of course, prevents poor performance. You know, the 5 Ps, I'm big on that. And it just goes into, you know, how I live my day-to-day life, down to getting up in the morning, my daily routine, washing my face. Y'all know I got the waves now, so you will see me with the do-rag on a lot. You heard? Shout out to the orange do-rag. You're going to see me with it. But that's because there's a process. You know what I'm saying? There's a process to how I'm putting, you know, myself together in the morning, the washing style, down to the oil that gets put in one's hair, the grease, the moisturizer for the growth. And then, of course, I got my wave grease, you know what I'm saying? The pomade, the stylet, so on and so forth. So there's a process for everything. And I'm a very, 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 very organized guy. Very organized. All right. So everything in its place, everything has a place, and you should be treating everything in your life the same way, down to your kids. You know, when you have a small child, they're on a schedule in regards to when they need to eat, when bottles need to be made. Just, you know, have your thing in order. I myself, you know, just to go off on a tangent real quick, you know, I'm a smoker. You know, I like to, you know, dibble and dabble in the tweeds. In the tweeds. But yeah, like, it's nothing wrong with that. If that's going to be your vice, you know, you like to dibble and dabble, you like to have your little, you know, your little joint here and there. We know that marijuana tends to make people relaxed, or, you know, in a negative light, lazy. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be a person that's going to be partaking in those type of things, make sure that your shit is in order before you know what I'm saying, get off the shits. Clean up the house. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the kids are settled. You know what I mean? Everything is straight. Because if I'm gonna pass out in some shit that's clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the missus coming home and it's like, oh, yo, you forgot to do this and this is so. Even with the vices that you have in your life, you know, I don't care if you're somebody that likes to drink. Maybe you're somebody that likes to play the game for 4 hours. Maybe you're somebody that watches porn for half of your day. Whatever your vice is, plan it out, create a time for it. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure that everything else in your life is in order. You know what I'm saying? Things coincide, nothing is colliding. You know what I mean? And you all good on that end. So shout out to being organized. Shout out to being organized, planning, and having your shit together. All right. But yes, the Sable credit secure card credit builder will be linked in the description. I'm also going to go ahead and throw in the Chime credit builder in the description as well for anybody who doesn't have Chime. Shout out to my man's E once again, because I know E is on that Chime wave now. E is on that Chime wave. And whenever Uber could get off their bullshit, you know, he'll have the benefits and the opportunity to actually partake and let you guys know, you know, what that's like and how it's working for him. You know what I'm saying? So actually, can I add people to this live? Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, y'all. Anybody that wants to come up and join me. I don't know if this works the same way as StreamYard, but yeah. So yes, we're gonna close out Sable 1. All right. The link will be in the description. Everybody go and set yourselves up a Sable secured credit card account and thank me later. All right. Thank me later. So that's it for Sable. Now let's talk about algorithms and a couple things that definitely grind my damn gears here on YouTube. No, actually, shots fired for that one. Couple things that grind my gears. So as a content creator, I just hit over the 1K subs. As you guys know, can we put my picture on? Hold on, where we at? Right one? Yeah. I don't care to be monetized. I don't care to be monetized. All right. Y'all can keep the checks. It doesn't matter. There's going to be a check coming in from what I leave my house and go to on a day-to-day basis. And there's also going to be a check coming in from the mobile apps that I built well over 10 years ago. Residual income is what we into on Armani TV. So once again, I don't care to be monetized. You can keep your damn check. But yeah, with monetization, with growing on YouTube, it does come with, you know, people tend to act different. Listen, I know guys who are in full relationships. You got a whole wife. Some of these dudes even got relationship channels. We know that those to be big on YouTube. You know what I mean? You got your girl, y'all do y'all little videos, y'all cooking together, y'all in the crib. I know guys with whole relationships who still feed off of the attention that they get from, let's say, their female followers. You know what I'm saying? Because unless you a dude that's gay, and, you know, no offense to, you know what I'm saying, to that side, but you're not going to really pay attention to the attention that you're getting from guys. But I know a lot of, you know, guys who may not have been popular in their lives. You know, they put a camera in front of them. They're on YouTube. You get, you know, comments is coming in. Chicks is checking them out now. And now they start to feel like the man, even though they wasn't the man their whole lives. People feed off of attention. That's what it is. And I'm gonna be all the way honest with you guys. Anybody that's watching me, like my man's Only Grams, he'll tell you he's always been the attention dude, not trying to seek attention. If you understand that, I'll say it again. You could be the person who's always been in the spotlight and never actually sought out the spotlight. Like a lot of people think that I'm comedic or funny, and I don't find shit funny about anything about me. But I understand that some of the best comedians in the world are dudes who just kept it real. Shout out to guys like John Witherspoon, who's another natural comedian. Shout out to guys like Eddie Murphy. Just to name a few, but these are natural comedians. Like, what it doesn't matter what the script is. They could say whatever you write on the paper and they'll find a way to make that shit funny. No offense, but you got guys like Kevin Hart. Salute to that man. It's a black brother doing his thing, but in regards to the type of comedy that I actually like, he comes off as somebody that tries to be funny. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, again, with a person like myself, I don't find anything that I say or do funny, but other people may. And essentially that'll come from just a person keeping it real, being your actual self. You yourself may be comedic to others. Not to say that, you're a joke or anything like that, but it just is what it is. Skipping and skipping. When it comes to YouTube and attention here on YouTube, we all have our own platforms, or essentially our own channels. YouTube is the platform. So let me be very, very clear on that. A lot of guys, they establish YouTube channels and they start growing. You at 10K, 20K, and now all of a sudden it's, oh nah, because you came on my platform. You came on my boy. We're all on YouTube. Chill out. I don't care if you got 200,000, 2,000, or 2 million subscribers. Google owns this platform. And as an app developer, I say that and I say it like stern. I'm going to say it again. Google owns this platform. Nobody has a platform on YouTube. You have a channel like everybody else. Again, it doesn't matter if your channel is at 2 subscribers, 2,000, 200, or 2 million. Google owns this platform. Nobody is higher than the next man. Your numbers may be better, but this is not your platform. And actually, if you are somebody with 200,000 or 20,000 subscribers and you haven't figured out a way to actually build your own platform, then that's a problem. Because you got guys like myself on YouTube who actually are, at least advertising their services on a day-to-day basis. And I'm very, very much reachable. And there are a million other Armanis in the world who actually do build mobile apps. What it'll simply take is an investment from yourself. Those YouTube checks that you get, you're going to have to part with some of that to actually build your own platform. Your own platform is when you can tell your audience, go to the app store and download the new eMoneygrams app. You know what I'm saying? All things eMoneygrams. You're going to be able to tap in with me, post, comment, make your own profile, so on and so. Until you get to that point, you're another channel on YouTube. Let's keep it 100. So those are a couple things that do grind my gears in regards to, it's not really more so the lingo. I think it's just really right knowledge. And that's what I'm about. My pops was always big on that. You know what I'm saying? When I was 11, 12 years old, running around chasing Pokemon cards, looking at the next, the girls. The girls started to, become a thing. Like they started to become attractive. You know what I mean? That middle school young man life. As I'm coming up, these are things that I heard in my pop's house. I'm raising executives. You know what I'm saying? And again, my pops is an Afro-American man who I watched work a corporate life. You know what I'm saying? Came up. I come from the Bronx. My pops was born and raised in Long Island. You know what I'm saying? So I came up like the regular kid from the Bronx. You know what I mean? I seen all of the things that you would see growing up in the Bronx in public housing, especially staying with mommy. You know what I mean? There was a perfect split between one's life. You know what I'm saying? My pop showed me the working office side of things. And with my mom's, it was always gully. You heard? Always gully. Always gully. Always gully. But that sort of split is just what built me to be the person that I am. I'm a person that's conscious of their finances. I'm a person that's conscious of his grooming, my upkeep. I'm not running around here just looking or, looking, smelling, feeling any sort of way. I'm very, very in tune with myself, with my thoughts, all of these different things that just ultimately attribute to being the best person that I could possibly be. And so if you could share those sort of tips, if you could share that sort of information on your channel, then I think that that's what's going to ultimately make the difference in people's lives. I don't care if it's one person watching me or 1 million people watching me. If I could make a difference in that one person, opposed to just having a bunch of people watching me and nothing is actually being taken from the message, imagine dropping a message like something really, really important, something that is going to actually enhance and change people's lives. Imagine that to a bunch of people and nobody actually utilizes the information. See, the thing is with music, when you're doing music, you have an audience, you got fans, you put the music out, no matter what your message is, those people hear it. But when you're actually somebody that's like giving information, like a teacher, this is what makes teaching so hard, other than the fact that they don't really get paid shit. But what makes teaching so hard is the fact that you have a class full of students, um, you know, you have a body of students and you're trying to relay a message, even if it's something as simple as 1 + 1. And when the class is not getting it, everybody's putting down on the test 11, or everybody's putting down 3, or whatever, everything other than 1 + 1 equaling 2, then it's like the message is being overlooked. The information is not being retained. And at that point, you're simply talking for nothing. So again, I would rather have one person that's actually adhering to the information than to have 100 people that's just there just to watch me because I look good in my North Face hat. Does nothing for me and it does nothing for you. So, how content is actually constructed and how you give out that content. Let's talk about Vlad TV real quick as we creep up on this hour. 42 minutes in. This is the greatest thing about, when you have these up. All right. YouTube is like, yo, we ready to monetize the channel. Just need a couple more watch hours. So I need everybody to run these views up. Help your boy to get to. I think we need about another 200 more watch hours. Like, yo, just go to the Armani TV, playlist and just put that shit on while you're sleeping and all that. Just let the videos run. Just let the videos run while you sleep. Because what's going to end up happening is once my channel is actually monetized, every month that YouTube cuts that check, I'm going to be giving it out to a friend's small business or some sort of startup. Every month. Every month. I could care less. Do we need to put the pitch on again? Let's do it. I could care less about a YouTube check. So every month that they come in, I'm going to be giving the money away. Just to help friends start up, you know what I'm saying? Come off the ground, just to support, that's ultimately what we all need. We all need support. So even if it's just $100 that I made for that month in AdSense revenue, I'm going to be giving those funds away. All right. So definitely stay tuned in. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel as well, because I did notice that a good percentage of you are not subscribed. And also, while we're talking about analytics, let's talk about analytics real quick before we go into Vlad TV. Analytics. I pay attention to the analytics. And one thing that I do pride myself on is the fact that in my analytics, what I did notice was 90% of the people who subscribe to my channel are between the age of 18 and 34. Why are we clapping about that? Well, because what I do notice is a lot of you guys' channels, no offense, the message is scattered. So let's say you're somebody that's doing reactions on a particular style of music, and we'll talk about drill rap right now. Drill rap, whether it's New York drill, whether it's UK drill, Chicago drill, I don't care if it's Minnesota drill. All right. If you're talking about drill rap, then it's kind of, it's niched already. Your content is niched. It's going to be about drill. You're doing reactions. There's a variety of people who watch that. There's a variety of people who listen to drill music. And a big variety of that, what I've noticed is kids, literally kids. We talking about from the age of like 10 to 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? Look at your analytics and look at the portion of people that are in that age range. A big portion of a lot of you guys' followers are kids. And the thing is, when you have a channel like mine where I'm talking about credit, I'm talking about nice watches, I'm talking about cologne, unless you're a kid who's looking at, girls just started becoming attractive to you, you might be in that phase that I was talking about earlier, middle school, 12, 13, your little hair start growing on your nuts and all that. You're starting to look at girls and all that now. Now you asking dad, for a splash of his aftershave or, whatever cologne that, what I'm saying? I get it. But the thing is, when the content is mature, you're going to get a mature audience, or at least an audience that's around your age range. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm 35 years old. So the people that follow me, it's good to see that 90% of my followers are in the age range of 18 to 34, which actually matches with the content and the message here on this channel. Why is that a big deal? Only because, again, if I'm doing something that maybe a 12 or 13-year-old or a bunch of 12 or 13-year-olds would flock to at 35 years old, I got to kind of, reevaluate exactly what it is that I'm actually putting out there. Now, you can't really control who's going to watch your videos, what age they're going to be, so on and so forth. There's really no way to control that unless, of course, you're putting out mature content. And a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying? You disregard in the midst of for views, you disregard, and it's just disrespectful. You call females out their name. You just promote a lot of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that's going to actually enhance or help people to get to the next level. This is why, even if you get a little bit of bullshit on Armani TV, the majority of what you actually will find here are things that will enhance your lifestyle. Things that will enhance your lifestyle. So, a person that just watched this live stream, all right, we got another 12 minutes. What the person would have gotten out of this at the end of the day, if they didn't care about anything else I said for the whole hour, was the credit builders. These credit builders are going to allow that person, if they haven't established, to establish credit, or if they have established, to enhance their credit. All right. And these are things that are going to ultimately make the world a better place. Shots fired once again. All right. So let's talk about Vlad TV before I forget about this. A lot of you content creators are following his lead. And the craziest thing is, the greatest thing about being a small channel is that I know and I pay attention to the content that does come out on the bigger platforms. And I can see, it's like my man Rakim said, they take pieces and bits of all my hip hop hits, get the style down packed. Now it's time to switch. Basically, a lot of you guys bite. You'll take from channels, no offense, like mine, little old me, with my 1,500 subscribers, whatever the case is, little old me, but you'll take from channels like this. And of course, they're never going to give the recognition, but it's fine, because when you're as genuine and you're as authentic as channels like mine, you're not looking for any sort of recognition. I'm not looking for anybody to give me a pat on the back. You heard? Don't need that. It's always going to be official here. It's always going to be beneficial here. Oh, that was fire. Yeah, I'm adding that into my tagline. So along with, there you go, always official, always beneficial. Yeah, shit like that. So yeah, along with it being official is going to actually benefit you. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of these channels who are following after the Vlad TV, especially you interviewers. You interviewer guys. You guys are killing me. I came to see an interview, not a clip. Vlad TV, with his 4 million plus subscribers, it makes all sense that he's putting out clips, especially when we know Vlad to put out multiple interviews. All right. A platform that big, he's not even the only guy that interviews his guest. You got other people who interview. So, let's say, for instance, you got a team of 10 people interviewing. Literally, I got 10 interviews done along with the platform owner, Vlad. He did an interview. That's 11 interviews. So you might get a clip of Bootsy. You might get a clip of TK Kirkland, whatever the case, because there's so much different work coming out. But what I noticed is a lot of you content creators jacked his whole swag, straight up jacked Vlad. Like, and the craziest thing is, at this given time, everybody was on the type of time like, oh, cancel Vlad for the culture. He's a culture vulture. So on. We were all supposed to be going away from Vlad, yet all of you somehow jacked his swag. I don't understand it. Literally, if you go back and do the time frame, like there was a time around last year or sometime a little bit before that, during Corona, COVID, this whole, you know what I'm saying, people were home and had nothing but time to watch YouTube. There was a time where, everybody was talking about canceling Vlad, Culture Vulture, all of this other stuff. Yet every smaller platform was trying to mimic what he was doing with cutting up the videos into clips. Here's the issue with doing that on every platform. One, it just gets fucking boring. Like, let's just be honest, guys. Like, the person didn't come here for a clip. All right. So even if you're naming it, whatever the person talked about in that particular clip, it just makes no sense. I don't need to see 10 clips of whatever artist that I was looking to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, just put the interview out. The reason that, again, Vlad is doing it is with multiple interviews coming out and with a platform as big as his, it makes sense. But let's say, for instance, you have 20K followers. Let's say, for instance, you have 100K followers. All right. So we just, a range of anywhere between 20 and 100 covered a lot of you guys. All right. And again, little old me with 1,000 people saying this. Because I don't care to be monetized. We're not on here to be monetized. The message is the message. It's not about being monetized. All right. So I need you guys to take from this exactly what one is saying. Be true to your platform. If you know deep down, in which you do know, you're probably just not going to keep it 100 and tell the rest of us. But deep down, you're only cutting these interviews up to mimic what's going on Vlad, and how it equates in your mind, or how it adds up, how it comes together in your mind is, I cut it up, more views. Because opposed to the one interview coming out and that just getting views, now I have one interview chopped up into 12 different segments that potentially can gain. Yes, the biggest word there is potentially. Potentially, they can gain views. But what if you actually sit down and run your analytics? And this goes back into what I was saying with a lot of you guys' platform. Did you realize that you got a bunch of 13-year-olds watching you? But we talking about violence, gang banging, all the other stuff that is currently just the norm in today's world, as sad as it is. You got a bunch of, adolescents or little kids watching that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm sure that a lot of you don't even care about that because it's equating to a check. It's equating to your YouTube revenue on a monthly basis. It's equating to views. But if you think about it, if there's no morals and values set in your platform, like there's a base of morals and values set here on Armani TV, there's certain things that you will never see. Say it again, that you will never see, that you will see on a bunch of other platforms. Does it mean that I'm less successful or whatever the case? It means actually nothing. The only thing that it means is is that there are certain things that you're never going to see on Armani TV. And that's because there's a set, a base, a ground, a foundation of morals and platforms that I have, morals and values, excuse me, that I have for myself and for my channel. All right. We already established this is not a platform. This is my channel. All right. YouTube and Google owns the platform. And so if we all can start thinking like that, we can all come down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it as well, before this hour is up, a lot of you content creators, what I would have done and what I suggest now as well, go out and get a regular job. Shout out to all of your subscribers who more than likely go to work to get the monies that they actually spend with you guys in things like super chat and sending cash apps. You're not going to see my cash app up here, or you know, if when I do become monetized, super chats will go to again the upcoming platforms and small businesses from friends and others that I actually engage with. This is not about me getting, again, if you're doing what you got to do on a day-to-day basis for yourself to actually get income, things like establishing good credit, having a career, a job, whatever it is, YouTube should not be your job or your main source of income. And if you are making that your main source of income, then there's a couple of other things that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of want to be doing as well on top of YouTube, only because YouTube is like stocks. It's based on the numbers. It's all a numbers game. So what that means is no 2 months are going to look alike. Jay-Z said it best, except the first and 15 pretty much. So knowing that, to know may not look like June. June may be off by $200 than what I made back in the month of May. Just understanding that no 2 months are going to be alike. You may have some months that are alike. I'm not saying, you know, the idea is the stability in it. When you have a career and you're on something called a salary, let's say if you're not an hourly worker, you're somebody that's on a salary, whether you actually went to work or didn't go to work, your check is going to look the same exact way each week. Shout out to people on a salary like myself. You'll get these sort of things here. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to be the guy to tell you to put all of your eggs in a YouTube basket. That's crazy. Get your YouTube Easter basket and put all your eggs in there. You're not going to hear that here. You're going to get tips on how to enhance your credit, which a poor person on the street can have a 740 credit score. He's homeless, poor, but he's paid all of his bills on time his entire life up until being poor on the street. I would essentially be the type of person who would try to clean that guy up, put him in some decent clothes, and walk him into a bank where he can actually apply for a credit card. He's already got the credit. He's just poor and homeless. Doesn't mean that he's not credit worthy. Say that again. He's poor and homeless, but he's paid all his bills on time for his entire life. I think about that situation all the time. How many people out here actually probably have decent credit or probably just don't know enough to know I could walk into a bank, let me clean myself up, go and apply for some credit, and opposed to asking people for money, now I have access to money. It could happen with the right information. It could happen with the right information. And if you break down everything that one just said, you might have to rewind it. There's nothing far-fetched about it. Again, you could be poor and homeless on the street, but have paid all your bills on time. You just are poor and homeless on the street. You had an unfortunate situation. You lost a home. You didn't have anywhere else to rely on or to go to, and you found yourself on the street. But think about it. Actually, at that point, you're kind of in the best position to build your credit up because you don't owe anybody. Only person you owe is the streets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm being realistic, guys. No matter what your situation is, you could learn something about enhancing your personal finances, enhancing your credit, enhancing your day-to-day finances to better your life. All right. So again, back into the content creators before we end this off, guys, be yourself. All right. A lot of the viewers, and I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for others who may not be as outspoken as myself and who may not tell you about this. But there are many of us who don't come to these platforms to see a bunch of broken up. And again, that may be the difference between me subbing to you or not. You know how many guys I didn't sub to their channel until they actually did something different? Like now, we're going to give a shout out to my mans. Shout out to DJ U from the Chicago, King Von's old DJ. All right, he recently did a very big interview, and a perfect example. Brother has about 7K subs, if I'm not mistaken, around that not even 10K subs, but he did an interview with Bloodbath. Shout out to Bloodbath. Free that man, by the way. Free that man. But he did an interview with Bloodbath that did over 300,000 views. So shout out to that man once again, DJ U. I wish you nothing but success in any platform that I've actually commented on. I know I can come off as an asshole. I know. It may seem like that, especially when one is telling you the truth, and it may not be something that you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like I told King Yeller the other day, yesterday, dude, you're sick. I done watched you. Like, bro, I'm not sick. And I'm off from work right now. I don't go back into work until June. I got about 2 weeks off right now. Literally, I am free. I have nothing but time to create content. But guess what? In the midst of actually being sick, you can see it in this man's face. He's sick. You can hear it. He's sick. Now, because of AdSense checks, I already know it. I already know the attention from YouTube, monies is coming in. Now we feel obligated to putting out 7 videos in one day. Like, bro, I had commented on this video. I said, bro, listen, I was just sick a couple weeks ago. I had COVID. I literally had to go get vaccinated. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Your boy is definitely vaccinated. And all of that nonsense about not going to get the shot, you guys are actually bugging. That's all I'm going to say. You all are bugging. Go get the shot. Nothing wrong with the shot. It is literally what you would get during the flu season with a different name on it. All right? So right knowledge rules, and that's what you're going to learn here on this channel. We're not going to be ignorant and just be following the mass. Like, once I actually went to go get the shot and it was done, it was like, what were you not getting the shot for this whole other time? What were you actually not getting it for? Because the majority of the world was saying this, and oh, what are they putting into you and all? It's the same thing that you would get during flu season, except that because we put a new name on this from SARS, COVID, we're calling it something different, essentially like a booster, anything else that is going to help to prevent. That's essentially all that the COVID shot is. So go and get the COVID shot. Also, what it did was it opened up the door to the new job that I'm, not even job, the new career that I'm embarking upon. You may need that to upgrade, to enhance your life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, we talking about, the difference between $14 an hour and $35 an hour. I ain't trying to sound like a hoe, but I'm going to get that shot. Like, I would just do anything for money. It's just common sense. Like, again, what was one not getting it for before? And when I couldn't come up with an answer to myself, it pretty much became clear. You know what I'm saying? It's all BS, and you don't want to fall into the BS, of the world. Think for yourself, and it goes back into what I was saying with the content creators. Think for yourself. You're not all Vlad TV. You can aspire to be Vlad TV, but even Vlad TV is still going to be known as the dude who made flashbacks. That's his thing. Cutting up the videos. That's all Vlad TV. And so to have a bunch of little Vlads running around, yet we're all against culture vultures, it's deceptive. It's backwards. It literally is backwards. Be yourself. There are certain interviews that you could break up, you know what I'm saying? But to just go that route just because Vlad is doing it, or, the next successful platform, is straight up corny. All right. So just keep it 100. That is going to be my time, though, y'all. All right. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. All right. If you've had any experience with the Charm Credit Builder, let the others know who are going to be viewing this what your experience was. If you have any experience with the Sable Credit Builder, let the people know. And actually, let's go to this real quick. We're gonna end this off with one of my joints. I'm gonna try to play a different joint from the actual mixtape on each one. on each, live video from now on. So we're going to end it with one of the joints from The Divorced Child. You can go to soundcloud.com/wellconnected. And the CD, once again, is The Divorced Child. Thank you for being in the building. Once again, subscribe, comment down below, hit the like button, share this video with a friend that you think could utilize the information, because sharing is caring. And make sure that you guys are in the building for tomorrow, Fragrance Fridays. I will put up a post in the community to let you know exactly what time we will be going live. But once again, thank you all for being in the building. This song right here is called Ends Meet. Ends Meet. When you making ends meet. All right. Yeah, shit like that. But yeah, the track is called Ends Meet. I guess this is what you call a lady song, you know what I'm saying? Because it definitely was written, it was inspired off of a female, meeting a female. I was in the barbershop going to get a shape up one day, and she was coming in to get her nails done. So it was one of those poppy barbershops where he had his wife doing nails on one side and he was cutting hair on the other. Yeah, I know the vibes. But yeah, it's called Ends Meet. All right. If you could relate, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the track. Just take it here.
Ashley's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Hurry in and save up.
I knew they was gonna hit me with the ad. SoundCloud with the ads. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna be ending it off like this. All right. I appreciate everybody for coming in the building.
I was thinking about you, and I was wondering if you wanted to get together this weekend to make ends meet. Call me back.
I got friends.
I got friends.
You got friends.
And you got friends.
And we all got ends. So let's get it together. Get our friends together. We can make I got friends. And baby, you got friends.
Yeah.
That's right. And we all got ends, so let's get it together. Get our friends together. We can make all of our ends meet. Hey, it's your birthday. Yeah. I'm making ends meet Monday to Thursday. That's right.
Don't ask what I'm doing on Friday.
You should be minding your business in the first place. First things first.
And that's the ladies. Yeah.
Now back to Hazy. I met her on a Sunday afternoon.
She was getting her nails done.
I came to see my barber.
Shit, I needed a haircut. Fresher than usual. How I usually do. Long story short, I was on point, and she was on it from the jump. I had it 7 digits for the barber, got to sharpen my
She got
points.
a piece of paper on my lap
As she left the salon,
It said you could call me Precious.
my real name's Alexis.
Right.
Give me your call or send me your text message. And guess what I did?
Yep.
You guessed it. I texted her when I left the salon. She said, you must be shy because you
You ain't tried to call.
Not at all.
I'm just stressing my liberties, but that's small talk.
We should get together sometime and walk the boardwalk.
She said, cool.
But what about my friends? I said, that's cool too. We can all walk and all
got
talk.
friends.
Because I got friends.
And you got friends.
And you got friends.
And we all got ends. So let's get it together.
Let's go, y'all.
Together. We can make all of our got friends. Let's make ends meet. And you
Let's
got
make
friends.
ends meet.
Let's go. And we all got ends.
So let's get it together. Get our friends together. We can make all of our ends meet.
You got friends.
So let's well connect them.
Yeah.
Peace and love, y'all. We out of here. Armani TV.